Hey, Tom here, Flip Anything USA. So I'm on a little vacation here in Manhattan Beach. And I rented a place. I rented a place here that's probably about, I don't know if you can see, but that's the ocean. It's about probably 10 or 12 houses down or up from the water. And this is a place I've been coming to for about 25 years. And I had little kids at the time, and I did not know what properties we're going to do here. And I was living far away from here. I used to own a house in Ocean Drive in Ventura, which is where I should have bought. I should have bought here originally. But the properties I could have bought on Ocean Drive here are now stuff I could have bought for $1 million is like 4 to 15 million. Can you believe that? That's only in about 15, 20 years. It's crazy what's going on here. In fact, this house that I'm sitting at, which is stunning and beautiful, but at the time I remember I was of the mindset that this wasn't good enough. This was too far from the water for me. And now this is probably worth $3 million that I'm sitting in right here. In fact, I think I paid $4,500 to rent this for a week. And, but anyhow, this is a newer, more modern place. But again, I had an opportunity. There's two that really hurt. I could have bought one probably 10 years ago or less. And I saw a guy standing out in front of the house. And I went over and I said, "Hey, what's up?" And he said, "Yeah, I just fell out of escrow. I had it sold." And I said, "Well, how much you take for it?" And this was a steal. This is one off the water corner. Looked at I could have got it for 1.6 million, but I was strapped. And this is I got to be careful because this is one of the things I tend to do is it's hard for me to let more than a couple $100,000 sit in the bank without reinvesting it. And so what'll happen is I'll buy something and then I'll buy something else. And then I got zero in the bank or nearly zero. And I got 5 new properties that I bought that I got to put money in to fix. And then all of a sudden a multi-million-dollar deal will come along and I'm short. And then I either got to go find a partner or I just try to do my best to make a deal work with the little that I have, and sometimes I get it, but sometimes, in this case, I had to pass on it. And man, that was a mistake, because if I'd have just bought that and held on to that just for a few years, I'd have made probably $3 million. And that was easy. In fact, he would have even rented it to me for $60,000 a year. I could have rented it for $5,000 a month, and now I'm paying $5,000 a week where I'm at now. And that was closer to the water. So, but it would be horrible for me if it wasn't for the fact that I have already made a lot of money. Like I said, you'd be surprised. A lot of people really, and believe me, I've been really mad when I've missed out on something that would have been like life-changing, but because I've had enough good deals go my way that, you win some, you lose some, and you're gonna realize that. Hopefully you'll get some deals, and then when you lose a deal, believe me, I'm always heartened by deals that I lose too sometimes. Now that one, that one I could have saved if I just hadn't spent so much money, and on other things. And I had another one too I could have bought. I could have bought a little one off the water, didn't have a view, but it was $525,000. And man, a year later, that thing was for sale for $1.3 million, and it sold. Somebody else bought it for 500 and something, and a year later turned it. So, but I've had great deals like that. I've shared them with you, but if you keep yourself a little bit liquid and you have a little bit of cash, it's ideal because then you can use it. Sometimes you want to have enough cash that you can take advantage of a bigger deal. Like I told you guys, I've been wanting to buy another bigger building, but it hasn't happened. So in between, I've bought like 4 or 5 smaller homes, and they've all been great deals and stuff. But and it might be messing me up forgetting a big deal when it comes along. But you gotta stay active. And like I told you about my one old buddy, Hank Booker, always told me. He was a fireman that made a lot of money. I'm not even sure if he's still alive. I hope he is. He's a good guy. Trying to get more lights on in here too. But old Hank would say, you can never get hurt taking a profit. And that is the truth. You can never get hurt taking a profit. And something to remember. It reminds me to leave a little money on the table when I sell a property. Don't try it like if it's worth $100,000 or $1 million. Sell it for $900,000 or $90,000. Let there be a little money, a little profit there for the guy that's buying it from you. There's a lot of good reasons for that to happen. A, he's going to feel great that he bought it. And if things start to go bad, he's got a little cushion where maybe he can flip and get out of it, or, he can stick with it. Because a lot of times, when the economy goes down, people start wanting to blame somebody for their mistake. And a lot of times they want to blame the person they bought the property from. And if you leave a little room for them to make money, or a little cushion, then when things go bad, it's not quite such a hot potato. They either hang on to it because they can, or they have time they can resell it, and now you're one more person away from it, because people do sue. I've been sued. I don't want to discourage anybody, but I mean, I've been in a few lawsuits, but I remember one time being in one on a lot. I sold a guy a lot, and anyways, he did a dumb thing. He did a groundwater test after we had about 21 straight days of rain. Of course, the groundwater rose because we're in an area where they were pumping the groundwater out to water a golf course that this property was on. Anyways, long story short, it's always good to leave a little room for somebody else to make some money when you do resell it. And like I said, you never get hurt taking a profit, but you can sure get hurt trying to hang on, squeeze every cent out of it, because then sometimes you end up getting, you get caught holding a property longer than you want. And then you have to go follow my leapfrogging video and get out of it before everybody. But anyways, I just thought, I'd share. I'd say I've been kicking around here in Manhattan Beach, and man, everything's been redone. So many old buildings are not here. They tear them down to nothing, and then what they do now is they'll tear it down, but then they dig down about 20 feet deep, and they build a subterranean garage, because that way they pull in, cars go down underneath, and now you got rid of the garage. Instead of the garage being street level, the garage is under the house, and so now you got that much more square footage. So who knows? Maybe I'll buy a place here. I'm kind of at that stage in my life anyways where I'm kind of more closer to retirement mode. Not that I ever want to retire from investing. Investing's fun. That's what I've done most of my life too. So, and actually even, the companies that I own right now, one particular is just booming right now. I can thank Trump for that, just because the economy's so damn good. And everybody's working and everybody's making money. I don't know if you know this, but we have more jobs available than we have people out of work. So there's more jobs that need to be filled than there are people unemployed. It's really it hasn't been that way since 1969 was the last time we had that. And the reason we had that problem then was in part because we had so many people in the Vietnam War. But anyways, I just wanted to check in. It's I'm feeling very fortunate that I get to hang out here on the beach. I've been throwing frisbee, with my family out on the sand, and I got sisters and cousins and nephew, and they're back there behind me. Then they got a nice little gas fire going out there. It's kind of cool. It's just beautiful here in California because it's like a cool breeze coming in at night. It always cools down at night. So even though it's cold out there, that fire is just enough to give you little pockets of heat blowing over you to keep you warm enough and comfortable enough that you can deal with whatever cold there is out there. So, but anyways, I'll try to do another video daytime tomorrow, and you know, I've got some nice emails from people sharing with me, telling me they're making money, you know, saying they've been watching my videos and starting to take action and starting to make money, and like, I know you can. And be sure you get my book. You know, write me at tom@flipanythingusa.com, and you got to write me, email me, just say, hey Tom, I want the book, or whatever. Write book in the subject line. You don't have to go into any big long explanation. You can say hello, or you can share whatever you got going, but just do that and you'll be on the list to get my book for 99 cents when I release it. And remember, you can get the app. I've been seeing a lot more app downloads, so I'm glad to see that going on. In Android or iOS, cost you 99 cents if you get it for your iPhone. Anyways, yeah, be sure to email me. I appreciate you guys sharing with me the deals that you're making, and that you're making money and taking action. Someone wrote me the other day and they said, you know, hey Tom, my only regret is I didn't start doing this, 10, 15 years ago. And for whatever reason, the way I explain it to him, it kind of clicks, and he's taking action. And I think he said he's on his third property or fourth property now. And I think he's going to make $160,000. I think is what he said he's going to have when he sells this next one in total. So, and that's he says, he goes, I know that's not a lot compared to what you do, but he says it's a lot relative to me. And I understand that. I remember when $10,000 was a lot to me. We all live within our means, and so any extra money is fantastic. And but like I said, you could be 50, 60, 70 years old and make a couple deals and make a couple $100,000. And I know how much a couple $100,000 can make a difference from not having much money, or even if you have a couple $100,000, or if you have zero. A couple $100,000 goes a long ways. I know, I remember. So anyways, that's all. I just want to do a quick check-in. I'll upload this now, and whatever comments you got, maybe we'll do a live show tomorrow or something. Maybe we'll do one later tonight, I don't know. But so Flip Anything USA, be sure to share and subscribe. Anybody got any questions, you can email me. You can just bring it up when we do a live broadcast too. So, but I'll let it go now. I'm gonna go back there and visit family. We got 2 college students here also doing their summer school, and so please share and subscribe and like those videos and spread the word and share your deals, because it encourages everybody when they can see it can happen. So thanks. Talk to you later.